There is something moving toward you right now that heaven prepared long before this very moment arrived. This is not small. This is not ordinary. A divine answer carrying your name has already been released, and Archangel Michael is standing over it with authority. This blessing was not assigned to a lesser messenger, because what is coming into your life has the power to break patterns that followed your family for years. The struggle that repeated itself again and again is reaching its end. The cycle of disappointment, delay, heartbreak, confusion, and emotional exhaustion is finally being interrupted by the hand of God. Listen carefully, because this moment matters more than you realize. What is about to unfold in your life is not random timing. Heaven waited until your spirit became strong enough to carry what is coming next. Earlier versions of you would have doubted it. Earlier versions of you would have pushed it away, questioned it, or handed it to the wrong people. But you are not the same anymore. You survived nights nobody knew about. You walked through seasons that almost emptied your heart completely. You kept going while carrying silent battles inside your chest. Heaven saw every single tear that fell when nobody else noticed. God heard prayers you whispered so softly that even people sitting next to you never knew you were breaking inside. And now the answer has arrived. Something powerful is shifting around your life tonight. You can feel it already. That strange pull in your spirit is not your imagination. The heaviness you carried for so long is beginning to crack apart. The silence around your prayers is ending. What felt delayed is moving again. What looked impossible is turning around in ways you never expected. There is restoration coming toward you so quickly that one day you will sit in complete disbelief, remembering how close you were to giving up. Archangel Michael is speaking clearly over your life right now. This is your turning point. This is the hour where things begin changing direction. You are no longer standing in the same spiritual place you were standing in yesterday. The chains that tried to keep you emotionally exhausted are losing their grip. The confusion that clouded your future is lifting. What was hidden from you is being revealed little by little. Do not ignore this moment. There were previous opportunities that came near your life, but slipped away because fear spoke louder than faith. You hesitated before. You doubted yourself before. You questioned whether God remembered your name before. But this time is different. Heaven is asking for your agreement. Your spirit must receive what God has already prepared. The blessing is near, but you must stop speaking against yourself. Stop believing you are forgotten. Stop convincing yourself that beautiful things only happen for other people. The season of watching everyone else receive, while you remain stuck, is ending now. Tonight carries unusual favor. Someone has been thinking about you constantly, but lacked the courage to come forward. Conversations that were delayed are about to happen. Doors that remained shut for years are beginning to open. Opportunities with your name attached are moving behind the scenes even now. God is arranging things that your eyes cannot yet see. People are speaking about you in rooms you have never entered. Decisions are being made that will directly affect your future. Heaven does not need your help to create miracles. It only needs your trust. That is why your soul feels restless right now, deep inside. Something is telling you this message is different. You have heard motivational words before. You have listened to encouragement before. But this touches a deeper part of your spirit because heaven is confirming something directly to your heart. The waiting season is not permanent. The pain was not pointless. The delay was not rejection. God was preparing you while also preparing the blessing. If it had arrived too early, you would have mishandled it. You would have doubted it. You would have feared it. You would have sabotaged it. But now your spirit has matured. You no longer chase validation from people who cannot see your worth. You no longer beg to be loved correctly. You no longer settle for less than what heaven planned for you. Something inside you changed through every painful lesson, and that growth is exactly why this blessing can finally enter your life. Archangel Michael says, "The verdict has already been decided in heaven. No more unnecessary delay. No more constant heartbreak. No more carrying pain without relief. Your reward season is beginning. You may not fully see it yet, but your spirit already recognizes the shift. Heaven always announces things to the soul before they appear in physical form. That is why you feel emotional right now. That is why your chest feels tight. That is why tears almost rise to your eyes for no obvious reason. Your spirit recognizes that a major chapter is changing, and once it changes, you will never become the old version of yourself again. People will notice the difference in your energy. Your mind will become calmer. Peace will return to your sleep. Unexpected favor will begin following your steps. The things that once drained you will lose their power over you. This is not because luck suddenly appeared. This is because heaven is finally releasing what was held back for your protection. There are angels surrounding your situation right now. Rejoicing is already happening in the spiritual realm over what God decided concerning your future. Yet one angel remains sorrowful because they watched how many times you nearly gave up completely. They watched you cry in silence. They watched you wonder whether your prayers mattered. They watched you carry pain while still encouraging everybody else around you. But heaven never abandoned you. Every hidden prayer was recorded. Every lonely night was seen. Every silent breakdown mattered, and now the answer is reaching you. Do not let fear convince you to reject what God is placing into your hands. Some people become so used to disappointment that they panic when blessings finally appear. Do not make that mistake. What is arriving belongs to you. You do not need to fight for it. You do not need to manipulate people for it. You do not need to beg heaven for what has already been approved. Your only task now is to receive. The atmosphere around your life is changing quickly. What stayed blocked is opening. What stayed buried is being uncovered. What stayed delayed is finally moving forward. The struggle that felt endless is reaching its expiration point. You are entering a season where things begin happening naturally instead of forcefully. Love will find you differently. Peace will touch you differently. Provision will reach you differently. Even your thoughts will begin healing. You were guided toward this moment for a reason. This was not coincidence. Grace pulled you here because heaven wanted your spirit to hear the truth before the manifestation fully arrives. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. You searched long enough. You cried long enough. You waited long enough. Now it is your turn, and when it finally unfolds, you are going to remember this exact moment. You will remember the feeling in your spirit tonight. You will remember how close you came to scrolling away from the very confirmation heaven wanted you to hear. One day your eyes will widen in disbelief as the very thing you prayed for begins appearing in front of you piece by piece. The call will come. the message will arrive. The opportunity will open, the restoration will begin, and suddenly everything will make sense. God was never ignoring you. He was preparing the timing. Archangel Michael says your future is no longer trapped behind closed spiritual doors. Release has begun, not more delay, not more confusion. Release. Your life is entering a new rhythm. You are stepping into the version of yourself heaven always intended you to become. This moment carries power, not because of empty words, not because of emotion, but because your spirit is aligning with what God already declared over your future. You are standing in the middle of fulfilled promise. There are people connected to your destiny who are about to appear. There are opportunities with your name already attached to them. Financial pressure that suffocated your peace will begin loosening its grip. What felt impossible for months will suddenly start moving faster than expected. Heaven can change circumstances overnight, and it begins the moment you stop resisting your own blessing. Archangel Michael says there is no reason for fear anymore. The battle that exhausted your spirit did not destroy you. It transformed you. You came out wiser, stronger, more discerning, more spiritually aware. You no longer need to prove your worth to anyone because heaven already confirmed your value. That is why this blessing cannot be stolen from you. It was assigned to your life specifically. Tonight your soul is being reminded that you are still chosen, you are still loved, you are still seen by heaven. Every attack that tried convincing you otherwise was lying to you. God never removed his hand from your life. Even during the darkest moments, heaven was still protecting your future. Something beautiful is beginning now. The sadness that sat on your chest will not remain forever. The emptiness in your heart will not remain forever. The waiting season will not remain forever. A new chapter is opening, and when you step into it fully, the joy coming toward you will erase memories of countless painful nights. You will look back at your past and realize that every difficult season strengthened your spirit for this exact moment. You are closer than ever before. Do not turn away now. Do not doubt now. Do not shrink back now. The miracle carrying your name has already been released. Defeat it with confidence. Defeat it with faith. Receive it, knowing heaven has already spoken over your life. And tonight, something extraordinary begins. Stop for a second and listen carefully, because this message did not arrive in your life by accident. There is a reason your eyes landed here at this exact moment. Something larger than coincidence has been guiding you through every painful chapter, every lonely night, every unanswered prayer, and every silent battle you thought nobody noticed. Before your story even began, this moment had already been written into your path. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every person who disappeared from your life, and every opportunity that suddenly vanished was not there to destroy you. Those moments were preparing your spirit for the season you are stepping into right now. What is meant for you is no longer waiting in the distance. It is beginning to move toward you. But even as this shift starts happening, fear may still try to speak inside your mind. A quiet voice may whisper, "What if this changes nothing? What if I get my hopes up again, only to be disappointed?" Listen closely. That voice is not coming from heaven. That voice belongs to the pain you survived. It is the echo of old wounds trying to enter a future where they no longer belong. Do not allow those fears to sit at your table anymore. Close the entrance to doubt, because the version of you standing here today is not the same person who once cried in silence while carrying unbearable pressure alone. That older version of you survived the storm, but the person you are becoming now has already been touched by divine favor. You are being strengthened for something sacred. You are being trusted with blessings your heart once thought were impossible. Archangel Michael stands near you even now, surrounding your atmosphere with protection, clearing confusion from your path and removing spiritual heaviness from around your life. You may not fully understand what is happening, but something invisible has already started changing. Heaven has examined your heart and declared that you are ready to receive what has been delayed for so long. The restoration coming into your life will not arrive in small pieces. It will overflow beyond what you expected. This is not simply about surviving another difficult season. This is about complete renewal. You are not only going to recover what was lost. What returns to you will come multiplied. The affection you receive ahead will heal places inside your soul that loneliness once touched. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers will return through doors you never imagined could open. Financial struggles that weighed heavily on your mind will begin to loosen their grip, and blessings will arrive in ways that feel almost unbelievable. Peace will settle over your life so deeply that even during difficult moments, you will still feel protected from within. Remain spiritually awake, because miracles rarely announce themselves with loud signs. They often arrive quietly. A sudden calmness, an unexpected message, a door opening naturally. A feeling in your spirit telling you something has shifted. Those who keep their hearts open are the ones who recognize heaven moving around them. And your heart is opening now. That is why these words found you. Not everybody receives this kind of confirmation. Many people scroll past moments meant to awaken their spirit, but something within you paused and listened. Deep inside your soul, you felt that this message carried something personal. Heaven whispered your name long before you arrived here. You were guided to this moment because your season is changing. Archangel Michael has been working around your life in ways you cannot fully see yet. Strange delays, sudden separations, unexpected endings, and moments that made no sense were not random. Spiritual interference has been removed from your path. Heavy energy that tried to stay attached to your future is being broken away. Heaven is making room for a blessing too pure to exist beside chaos forever. One day, you will look back at this exact period in your life and realize it was the turning point. You will remember the night your spirit finally said yes to hope again. You will remember the moment your faith became stronger than your fear. That decision activated something ancient and powerful that had been waiting for the right soul to carry it forward with grace. This blessing did not begin with you alone. Generations before you prayed for healing, freedom, peace, and breakthrough. Tears were shed long before your arrival. Prayers rose toward heaven from people who never got to see the answers themselves. Yet now those answers are beginning to reach you. You are standing in the middle of promises that were spoken over your bloodline long ago. Soon you will notice unusual moments happening around you. Your heart may suddenly feel lighter for no obvious reason. A person may contact you unexpectedly. An opportunity could appear out of nowhere. A burden that has followed you for years may suddenly lose its power over your mind. Do not dismiss these moments. They are signs that heaven is honoring its word. You were known before anyone on earth learned your name. Your story was never forgotten. Even when you believed nobody saw your tears, heaven kept record of every silent prayer whispered in darkness. This is why you cannot treat your existence as ordinary anymore. You were called here intentionally. Your presence matters. Your survival matters. Your future matters. Tonight, before you sleep, allow yourself to smile again. Let your spirit breathe without carrying yesterday's weight. While many people continue ignoring the quiet invitations heaven sends them, you chose to stay present. You chose to listen. And because of that, something powerful has already begun unfolding around your life. As the hours pass, the evidence of this shift will slowly become clearer, not through dramatic signs or loud displays, but through undeniable peace. A sentence someone says will suddenly touch your spirit deeply. A memory that once hurt you will no longer carry the same pain. You may feel calm while doing simple things like sitting alone, drinking tea, or looking out a window. These are not random feelings. They are confirmations that your soul is stepping out of an old cycle and into a new spiritual season. You broke the pattern the moment you chose faith over fear. Even when anxiety tried to stop you, your spirit still leaned toward hope. Heaven notices courageous hearts. Every time you continued believing despite disappointment, something was shifting beyond what your eyes could see. Archangel Michael continues standing guard over your path. Darkness that once followed you closely no longer has the same access to your life. Spiritual chains are being broken apart. Delays are turning into acceleration. What once took years to happen may begin unfolding rapidly because your life is finally aligning with divine timing. Yes, the blessing ahead truly is that powerful. It is greater than you expected, greater than your doubts, greater than the limits people placed on you. Heaven did not forget you. Timing had to prepare your spirit first, because what is coming requires a healed and ready heart. Now the release begins. Some people around you may call it coincidence or luck when they see your life improving. They will not understand the spiritual battles you survived privately. They will not know how many nights you almost gave up. But you will know the truth. You will know heaven answered you. This is larger than one prayer being fulfilled. You are walking into blessings connected to generations before you. Ancestors who prayed for peace over their family line are celebrating in ways beyond human understanding. Tears once cried in pain are becoming tears of joy. That is why the atmosphere around you feels different now. The heaviness inside your chest is lifting. Your eyes may fill with emotion while reading this because your soul recognizes something sacred happening within you. You are not merely reading words. You are waking up spiritually. Do not settle for crumbs anymore. Stop begging for acceptance from people who failed to recognize your value. Stop questioning whether your prayers matter. They were heard long ago. Heaven saw your endurance. Heaven saw your loyalty during painful seasons. Heaven saw your faith when nothing around you made sense. You are not receiving blessings because you were perfect. You are receiving them because you kept going even when your strength felt weak. Courage in difficult seasons carries tremendous value in heaven. That is why this extraordinary breakthrough is moving toward you now. You do not need to chase this blessing desperately. You do not need to force doors open anymore. Simply open your heart and accept what is being offered to you. Say yes to peace. Say yes to restoration. Say yes to the future heaven prepared for you long before today arrived. The moment your spirit fully accepts what is happening, something shifts above your life. You may not see it physically, but you will feel it deeply. Future tears will not come from sadness alone. They will come from realizing how close heaven remained to you through every painful chapter. You are no longer standing outside the door waiting for your life to begin. You have already stepped into the next chapter. Keep moving forward even if you cannot see every detail yet. Trust the direction your spirit is being guided toward. Pay attention to the signs appearing around you. Familiar names may return. Certain words may suddenly carry powerful meaning. You may wake up feeling lighter even before circumstances fully change. That is how transformation often begins. Quietly, gently, almost like a whisper. Tonight that whisper became a promise. So rest peacefully. Release the pressure you have been carrying inside your body. Heaven continues working while you sleep. By tomorrow, something inside you will already feel different, not louder, not dramatic, just calmer, stronger, steadier. You will sense it before your eyes even open. A stillness inside your spirit that has not existed for a very long time. The question that has haunted your mind for months will begin losing its power. Inner peace will settle into places once filled with anxiety. During the night, divine protection remains near you. Archangel Michael watches over your spiritual atmosphere, removing fear, untangling old emotional chains, and preparing your heart for the blessings entering your life. When you notice the softness in the air around you, understand that this is not imagination. It is evidence that heaven moves quietly but perfectly. God does not require loud displays to change a life. He moves with precision. He blesses without needing permission from the world. And right now, heaven is moving in your favor, even if you cannot fully see every detail yet. Something beautiful has already started. Something has already shifted around you, even if your eyes cannot fully recognize it yet. The evidence may not appear immediately, and that does not mean anything is wrong. Deep within your spirit, something is already celebrating. Your soul understands what your mind is still trying to catch up to. Heaven has already acknowledged the transformation happening inside you. The angels assigned to your life have witnessed it clearly. Even the spiritual atmosphere surrounding you responds differently now, because the presence resting over you is no longer hidden. There is a brightness surrounding your life that did not exist before this moment. You are no longer carrying the same energy that once weighed you down. Something sacred has awakened inside you, and it is impossible for darkness not to notice it. As this spiritual awakening continues to grow stronger within you, understand that supporting this mission carries eternal significance. This is not entertainment. This is not coincidence. This is kingdom work. If your heart feels led, you can stand with this mission through the link in the description or the pinned comment by buying a coffee, sowing a donation, or joining our KOFI family. Every act of support becomes another light, reaching someone trapped in confusion, fear, or hopelessness. Every seed planted into this assignment becomes part of God's greater plan to pull lost souls back toward truth. When you refresh the lives of others, heaven promises that your own life will also be refreshed. Jesus never spoke empty words. His promises remain alive, breathing across generations, still shaping destinies today. What God has prepared for your future is already established in the spiritual realm. The timing may not always match your expectations, but divine timing never arrives late. Sometimes blessings are delayed because heaven is aligning everything around you before release. And right now, there is something heaven is waiting to hear from you. Not silence, not hesitation. A declaration. Type these words in the comments right now. My breakthrough has already begun. Do not type it casually. Declare it with authority. Speak it as someone who finally understands that faith activates what fear tries to block. Your words matter. Heaven responds to agreement. When your fingers type those words, you are not merely participating in a comment section. You are announcing to every force that resisted your progress that their season of control is ending. You are declaring that closed doors must release what belongs to you. You are signaling to your spirit that it is time to rise into what God has prepared. There are things changing around you that people will not be able to explain. Some individuals will notice your peace but fail to understand where it came from. Others will sense your transformation without knowing the process that produced it. Let them wonder. Let them question it. You have crossed into a new spiritual season, and you are not the same person anymore. You are standing under divine favor now, and what God places on your life cannot be stolen by people, delayed by fear, or cancelled by opposition. Watch what begins happening from this point forward. Those who ignored you will suddenly pay attention. The same people who overlooked your value will begin recognizing your presence. Individuals who walked away will start wondering why they ever released you in the first place. Why? Because heaven is no longer hiding the blessing resting over your life. What God placed upon you has become visible. The covering over your life now shines openly, and nothing can erase it. There is something important you should do right now, not only for yourself, but also for people connected to your life. Share this message with someone who desperately needs encouragement. Send it to a friend who has been praying quietly for a miracle. Forward it to someone whose faith has been exhausted by disappointment. Whenever you spread prophetic encouragement, light travels through you into the lives of others. The same peace touching your spirit can reach another person through a single act of sharing. Heaven always honors those who become carriers of hope. The attacks that once shook you will no longer hit with the same intensity. Confusion will not dominate your thoughts like before. Fear will lose its grip more quickly because your spirit has already tasted confirmation. Not physical proof, spiritual confirmation. And spiritual certainty is stronger than visible evidence. Please remember this deeply. Every seed planted into this mission becomes a light inside someone else's darkness. Whether you choose to buy a coffee, support through a donation, or become part of the KOFI community, you are helping reach souls searching for hope. This is bigger than content. This is about healing hearts, restoring faith, and helping people remember that God still speaks. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it multiplies through generous hearts. Every gift given into this assignment becomes like living water, flowing into places where healing is desperately needed. Scripture says that when you give, it shall return back to you. That is not merely a comforting sentence. It is a spiritual principle that continues producing fruit long after the moment of obedience. So enter this moment with expectation. Let your faith move beyond hesitation. What you release today can become the key that unlocks new favor tomorrow. Sometimes obedience opens doors that effort alone never could. Trust God enough to plant your seed and watch what heaven begins returning into your life. There is something powerful you need to understand about your breakthrough. It did not begin when circumstances changed. It began the moment your faith shifted. The second you believed that transformation was possible, heaven responded. That inner agreement became the signal that you were finally ready for the next level God had prepared for you. Before this message ends, seal this moment with another declaration. Go into the comments once again and type Amen with conviction. Not quietly, not half-heartedly, release it boldly. Let your agreement shake the atmosphere around you. Let heaven hear your full surrender. Let your spirit declare complete alignment with everything God is unfolding in your life. When you type that word, you are doing more than responding to a video. You are establishing spiritual agreement. You are confirming that every promise spoken over your life has permission to take root deeply within your spirit. What was spoken tonight is not leaving empty. It is already working inside you, even now. Whenever fear tries returning, come back to these words. Whenever exhaustion whispers that nothing is changing, remind yourself that heaven already released confirmation over your life. This message did not appear before you randomly. You were led here intentionally. Every sentence carried an assignment connected to your spirit. Every word was allowed to reach you for a reason. And because this message has entered your life, it will accomplish what it was sent to accomplish. Even when your mind struggles to fully understand the process, your spirit already recognizes what God is unlocking behind the scenes. If you have not subscribed yet, do it right now. This is not about numbers. This is spiritual alignment. When you subscribe and activate notifications, you are positioning yourself to continue receiving the messages heaven desires to place before you. You are telling God, I am ready to keep growing. I am ready to hear more. I am ready to stay aligned with what heaven is speaking over my life. Act like your answer is already on the way. Walk with confidence again. Smile like breakthrough has already entered your home. Speak as someone covered by divine protection, because you truly are protected. You have never been abandoned, even during the seasons where silence made you question everything. Tonight was not coincidence. This encounter was confirmation. This message became a reminder that what once felt denied is now being released. A new season is unfolding before you now, a season where things begin arriving without endless struggle. A season where you stop forcing doors and start walking through opportunities heaven already opened. Do not return to doubt. Do not return to begging. Do not return to shrinking yourself because of fear. Your season now is growth, expansion, peace, and overflow. The moment your soul finally said yes to God completely, heaven heard it immediately. Now there is only one thing left for you to do. Receive what is already moving toward you. Before leaving, complete one final assignment. Share this message with at least 3 people who need encouragement today. Become the messenger someone else prayed for. Whenever you carry light into another person's darkness, heaven ensures your own life remains covered with favor. The Bible teaches that when you give, it returns multiplied. That includes encouragement, hope, and spiritual support. As you send this message forward, expect acceleration in your own life as well. Watch how quickly things begin shifting around you when you stop being only a receiver and become someone who also pours into others. And before this moment closes, remember one final truth. You did not arrive here accidentally. This message was meant to find you. Heaven has been guiding you closer toward the life prepared for you all along. You are being invited into deeper faith, stronger purpose, and greater spiritual abundance. There is an opportunity waiting for you through the links in the description and pinned comment to go even deeper into this journey. Inside that space, you can receive exclusive prophetic encouragement, deeper spiritual insight, and continued support as you move toward your destiny. If your heart feels called to take that next step, the invitation is already waiting for you. And for anyone who desires to support this mission further, there is also an optional guided ebook available through the provided links. But more than anything, your presence here matters deeply. Your attention matters. Your faith matters. The fact that you stayed until the end means something sacred is already happening inside your spirit. Your next season is approaching faster than you realize. Your peace is returning. Your doors are opening. Your prayers are being answered. And what heaven has prepared for you will arrive at the exact appointed time.